Hello and welcome. Right, the workers are busy. I do love this new feature. It's absolutely amazing. It really is. So the biggie is down at the bottom. We have our field 34 as well. We are definitely going to need another tractor though. It really is. I know. Yeah, I know. Have we did? Yeah, yeah. It was little. Once we just bought the fertilizer spreader though, because that really we do need it. It really is as simple as that. Now then, what am I going to do? Because like I would like to do something. It's only fair. Yeah, these are all the isn't it awful really, right? Been looking forward to doing rice and Hutan Pantai. It's always so misty. It's really good though. As in, like, it's in the lowlands. This is the low. When you start to go up the fields, actually the mist sort of like thins normally. Like, it really is hanging low, like in real life, which is quite. It is weird how they miss rows every now and again. But yeah, I've done it. I've done the ups and downs because they seem so terrible. Like, what I've started to do, until of course I actually gets sorted. I keep going on the website and they keep on saying, buy me a cuppa, and I'm thinking, buy me a coffee. I thought I bought you quite a few coffees. Now just deliver the goods. No, no, no. They are. I mean, I'm not being funny. I know it's not an easy thing. I'm just being a bit flippant and light-hearted, really. To be honest, there are lots and lots of mods that have dropped. Really amazing what is actually happening at the minute now. Then, yeah, this is what I'm saying. Obviously, we've got the two going on that. Is there anything we can do, like go down? Are we going to run out of seeds? Is there anything I can do? Oh, yeah, I mean, oh, that's right. Can we take these now? Yeah, that was the real problem, wasn't it? It was absolutely awful. Now, that's right. I was waiting, wasn't to see if the telehandler could actually recover from how bad it had. Yeah, I had. I've been very busy actually with a lot of modding. I'm thoroughly enjoying it, but I don't want to like. Yeah, I'm getting a bit too technical at times, and I've thrown one episode out because I was like getting well, and I thought people don't want to know really, not like that. So then, can we sort of like load a few of these and just sort of like take them? Also, I'm not really to the. Yeah, we'll see if the farmers market is paying reasonably well. Then we'll just take it to the farmers market because prices shouldn't be too bad, really, because it's not too far off. Yeah, like oh, yeah. I just hope the ground layer is better. Yeah, I'm trying to use lots of the different systems. So far, the WeFo is the clear winner. Now, obviously, it's not much use for a telehandler. That's the Albert. I like it. The Quick. I don't dislike the Quick at all. There are certain jobs that the Quick is the best for, without a shadow of a doubt. It's the best for grabbing things and lifting things that nothing else can do. So it's not that I'm not going to use the Quick. Again, big bag handler. It's not dropped yet. The mod will be snarled, as I think I said last session, and it really is. But the good thing is, as players, it means we are being inundated every couple of days with. Now, let's try and get my angle right, because this is what's doing it. I can't retrieve my. Yeah, I'm chatting as well, aren't I? Yeah. It is the 24th. It is Christmas Eve. So let's see, I think they're still in the grounds. I don't understand it. I've never seen this quite that bad, where you normally, well, again, FS22 and FS19, what normally used to happen is you would actually get those, like, be retrievable, but you can see the actual beginning of the thing, they're hopping and skipping and doing all manner of things. But we're not actually like getting them. Oh, of course we can't sell them, we can't really do much, we can't reset them because they're not resettable. It really is quite awful. Yeah, and I mean, like, I lost Quick last session. I do wish you'd like just, yeah, because I can't really do much about unlocking. Oh, we can at least strap in advance. Oh, wrong one. Oh, I hate that when you jump into the wrong one, because you're closer to that one and you don't think you are. So let's have a look. Can we they look out, they're buried. Yeah. Look, you can't even get, there's just no way that, I think it sort of might let you. No, and that's it, and then you get stuck in the ground. Yeah, it's just not doing what it would do on FS22, and of course the quick's not popped out either. This is, yeah, there's quite a few major issues. I've got to say that I'm a bit surprised. Now that one at the end looks like I can actually get into, yeah, there's weird things happening with the ground layer as well. I'm hitting things that aren't really there, and that's all again down to this kind of thing. Now that one's still bashed at the back, so we should get that one, even if we can retrieve a little bit at a time. Yeah, but it is really quite awful. It is. I'm going to say I've never seen this on any other. Yeah, it's not all bad though. I was going to say I'm not sort of like. Well, I'm not ever trying to moan. I've got to be honest. I do try to be fair with Giants. Credit where credit's due, and all the rest of it. But yeah, I've got to be honest. I think when you consider the release, that obviously this game, I would imagine that Giants are heavily into, like, you know, people buying for Christmas. But I've got to be honest, if it's hard for us content creators to actually show it in a really good light. I mean, there are some good features, but it's still not ready. I know it certainly wasn't ready on day of release, in my personal opinion. And if there's one thing I do know about, it is software, because it is what I've done all of my working career. Most of my working career, actually. Yeah, I've had a few jobs, but yeah, so that's leaning over a little. So we're not going to take that, but we will gradually, bit by bit, try and do something back. I suppose what we could do, there was an ultra, but I don't think it's going to work. The ground layer doesn't seem to actually do. We're going to, like, give ourselves the cash. Let's like dig a little. Frithgar did this as well a long time ago. Let's see, can we go down to get these, and then we'll lift it up afterwards? I don't know that it'll work, because it's almost like the game doesn't recognize that you've removed the ground and you still hit the ground. But let's see, can we do this? No, that actually is. Oh. It does not want to be retrieved. Well, if that works, yeah, it only cost us about 90 odd. Yeah, it was still hitting something there. That slowdown is caused by you hitting something that is not there. That's not right. But yeah, I can work around it. That's the main thing. Does it ruin the game totally? No, but it does. It does. I've got to be honest. It is quite horrible. You know, it really is quite off-putting. Yeah, the quick. What will we do about that? Can we actually grab the quick now? Can we get the blades underneath and lift it out of the way? No. Oh, we might be able to grab that. No, it goes in. That's what I say. It goes in the ground. Well, we saw it out the very first time. Actually use it. Yeah, you seeing that? It's not quite right, and then it all starts to fiddle around in the ground, and yeah. Okay, just let me have me. Let's try the other one. Or even if we just work a couple every time, and you know, they work gradually, I could try another one. Let's see. And that's what I'm saying. Nobody plays this or buys a game for this kind of like thing where you've got to like do weird things to, you know, like fix things like this. It really isn't the way that any of us. Okay, well that was a bit unexpected. Oh well, at least it's out of the danger zone. Yeah, none of us really do that, do we really? Where you're expected to do weird and wonderful things to, or dig the ground up to like it's a. If we were trying to go for realism right now, which of course I do, then we're sort of failing abysmally. I mean literally abysmally. It's awful. I want these green boxes. These are the ones that are worth the most. So yeah, I mean it's March was the best month for these. No, February was actually, but the prices are still good all of the time. So it really is not like some things where, yeah, some things. Yeah, there is also, I have begun to notice that you really have got to look hard. There are some deals that are very, very good, and there are some deals like that. I mean, the things that I used to go for, and I have done quite a bit since starting, was the oils. I've got to be honest, they're not as good as other things in FS25. Yeah, there's other things that are actually much, much better. that are sort of quite surprising. You've got to look difficult. You've got to look quite hard to find the things, and then work on those things. There are even some factories coming through now. There's a sawmill by Camilos. I mean, I've got JM Gaming's, which is useful because that will, of course, be released in. Oh, can I get that? No, it's still misbehaving. Oh, it's allowed me to retrieve it. Thank goodness for that. Now I've gone all weird. Right, let's see if we can get this out. We're nearly there. Perseverance, patience. That's what it's all about. Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll grab these and we'll level the grounds, and hopefully whatever pops in the future will be all good. Let's just try and see if we can level that. I'd imagine our first little field shouldn't be far off. Yeah, obviously this is what I'm saying, we really could do with another tractor, definitely. But it is true what I said. I don't really want to waste money either, like just to buy a tractor, because for buying for a tractor, so we really need to wait for the sales, is what I'm trying to say. Let's have a look how we do it. That's not far off. And let's have a look. Yeah, it's in trouble with planting the same kind of crop. So we have, yeah, the fertilised bit is what he has done. The weed is destroying, well, he isn't really destroying them, but he's going through them for now. So we actually, that's going to, wow, that's actually going to finish pretty much at the same time as the little one. Now, obviously, we also need to be seeding our rice in this, and this does get planted dry, and then it gets flooded afterwards. So, yeah, we are deliberately forgetting this time that particular thing. Let's just see if we can grab that quick. Let's just drop this down there. I'd really like to get this done, so I'm very glad that obviously that's another feature that Giants have fixed. I was going to say they are busy in a lot of ways. They've got obviously like people that work in different teams. That's fairly obvious. Yeah, the mod team are busy, and then there's obviously, I don't know that we're going to be able to get this, but we'll have a go. I don't want to reset it every time either. Keep resetting it down at the. Okay, that was nice. Now can we sneakily, because we can see it just, but yeah, it doesn't always actually let you in. Oh, fantastic. Right, we are in business. Let's chuck that on the back one. I do like it when you do get a little bit of progress. Yeah, one of the things that we're still short of telehandler weights, but they aren't always a quick thing to drop anyway. But we have got some beautiful pass-through weights that drop today, and those are what I've been waiting for. Obviously, it is quite strange. Pass-through weights are something that a lot of people don't know anything about. Now, I didn't. I stumbled across the Reutering in FS25, and I thought, what is this peculiar thing? I really wasn't totally unsure as to what it actually did, and it sort of has changed my sort of way of using weights and that. Really, it's quite an amazing. Oh wow, don't know, I do some weird things. What were we actually on cash wise? So we get, oh, it does some weird bubbling, doesn't it? Yeah, we really need to be fairly level where we're actually doing this. That's my point. Even if we like, it really does do some strange things. Right, now let's do some softening. Yeah, it's sort of, but I know it's going to partially build it back up, but it's sort of like roughly levels it, sort of makes it a bit smoother, and it looks more like it's quite an aggressive tool, but in a good way. Right, I think it's not bad. You can see it's doing weird things, but hopefully that will fix things. So we're back in business with this. We've got our, yeah, I mean the tools are coming on a pace, and we're down to 99,000, but we did buy the other field, so you can't have it all ways. The business was definitely profitable. I am quite pleased that we did go into the Right, so I would say you are very close to actually finishing on your last little leg. And then we'll change this to... I think what I'll do is I'm going to rip around the next field. We're going to obviously do all that we used to do before. We really need this very tractor. So I think what I'll do is I'll take over and we will go into a bit of a brief time lapse. Because, oh, wow. Wow, that is really slow. And as I said, this is another one that's got weird slowdowns. The actual Fence GTA, it's sort of, yeah, it goes fast, then it goes really slow, and it can manage this. Yeah, well, it wouldn't go like fast all of a sudden if it wasn't the fact that it couldn't manage it. I think it was only about there. I think. No, it's not. It goes all the way to the end. Right, anyway, yes, I'm going to do a time lapse. Let's get all of these fields done, and then we need to borrow this and grab the... Well, we have got the two, so the other one's going to do these quick. I suppose, really, the other one will pretty much finish off now. Although, I don't know, I think the Bednar's alright. I think if we use it in a minute, we'll grab this and we'll do the... do we need to spray the new field? Let's have a look. Let's have a look what we need to do. Yeah, the Bednar, I think, is about to... You do the last row. It's got the entire field to go around, though. So let's have a quick look. What do we need to do? Did we have weeds? Oh, did we have weeds? We did indeed. Right, okay, so we need... That's the first thing we need to do. We'll use the Bednar for seeding those, because they're all quite small. And we will grab the GTA. Well, let's put that away. Yeah, because again, this is what I'm saying. I always think a team of 3 is the golden number. As in, like, I don't mean that you it's the minimum you can have, like, that you really need. 2 is obviously better than 1. That, without a shadow of a doubt, that is true. But it's still... You can leave 2 workers working and you can still crack on yourself with something. I know you can with a telehandler a little, but only to a degree. So, right, we've got fertiliser in the front. We need to get the sprayer. Stick that there. We must remember we have got the... although it is true, you don't like... it's mainly cereal crops that you use but I don't know if the game sees that we just use that, so... Right, we want the sprayer. Oh, we need to drop the platform, don't we? And be patient as well. Yeah, I do love the animations. It really is very cool. Very cool. Right, fantastic. Now that I think we've got some... I'm sure it's on the... Yeah, it is. It's over at the back. I'm not quite in right. It's typical of me. Yeah, so it is really quite a shame that although obviously rice is favoured heavily in a lot of ways, it's actually, there are things that the long grain rice is much better for. One of the best products on hard economy is the rice boxes in this, which obviously we sort of stumbled across, but it is definitely true. So right, anyway, I'm going to go into that time lapse. Let's get this sorted. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Right, I think that's us fairly well done. For a 6 metre, it's not a bad little. It really has a beautiful way with it. So yeah, I'm quite taken with this. I'm got to be honest. Throughout most of FS, I've not really got on that well with the bed and range. Yeah, they had those really weird like cultivator stroke fertilizer machines that were the most horrible things to use. Don't get me wrong, it's a bit like anything. Some people will have loved them as well, and so it's one of those things that you like. Sometimes you get that moment of, oh, this is but sometimes if you persevere you can. This has been a pleasure all the time, really, ever since I first sort of laid eyes on it on yeah, of course it's different. It's a beautiful colour. I do love the long grain. Yeah, so we should be seeing everything. I think everything is really looking good. Yeah, so we've got everything apart from that is double fertilized. We've obviously only just done that, so we need to do that tomorrow. But everything, oh sorry, and that one as well. Yeah, that's only had one fertilization stage. All of these are completely fertilized, although it is weird how I did actually go past it. It's like the edges of the field are treated slightly different, although if that's the case, what was the excuse for that one? So maybe it is just a little bit not me not quite doing as well as I wanted to. Still 98,000. Could we buy another field? 182. I'd say, right, what size is that really closest to? I should say 29, but 29's also got, yeah, it's also, so what is that closest to around us that you could compare that? It's, I would say, closest to 49, and 49 also has got a massive amount. So really, what is the same size as 33 that hasn't got extra baggage? That's 6. I'd say it's a slightly smaller. Slightly, yeah, quite a bit, I would say, actually. I would say that. So about, yeah, let's have a look. Anything close? I'd say 39, but I think that's part. Oh no, that. So 74,544. If we were going to like buy fields 29 or 33, they're both in fact they're both smaller than that, but I would willingly pay 74,000 for that. But do we? No, I think it is like I said, we really do need a tractor. I think you've got to think equipment first. I've always thought that's my golden rule. Equipment comes first, and then yeah, then it's like other things. Really, I mean, we've got a baler for this year, which we will, and I would like to go into animals. Enclosures are dropping, but they still prefer that little one that I found. That's the first one that dropped. Is still, in my personal opinion, the most reasonable. Plus, you can afford it. It almost reminds me of my favourite one by Foo Farmer. It does very much, yeah, remind me of that. I don't mean it's nothing like it. I'm not trying to say that it's been a rip-off of Foo Farmer. Not at all, not even in the slightest. Looks nothing like it, but it's a similar for FS25. I thought it was sort of quite appropriate. MA7 Studios has dropped those fantastic, a bit like this one, really good sheds that go against something else. Love them. Yeah, it showed a picture of it. I do like this. I'm quite taken by this. Only it's I'd like one a little bit bigger, just a bit taller, because it's a really good. I mean, I would say it's supposed to. Yeah, I would imagine in real life. Yeah, because it should have like beams coming down at the end, like poles. I'd imagine for that to actually work. It may, no, because you couldn't get in it, could you? It's got to be like that, really. I do think we've got it right, but it's overhang is a little bit sort of hanging on nothing. I think in real life you'd have to put 2 poles on the outside for that to actually. It's just a bit too. I don't think that would work. I think it would collapse the first bit of wind, and that would like fall down because there's just not enough structure at the back. Now, if there were reinforcers, bars going across at the top like that, now I'd say that was fine. But like that, it's got not enough reinforcements, and I have studied these type of things quite a lot. That's just not. That's got an overhang there. Maybe. I'd still. Yeah, I'd still think cross members would be required, but yeah, it's will not say too much. In the world of FS25, things like that don't always matter. So we have done very well. We will pop down to the shop, or we'll send, whilst we go through till the next month, the fence. We'll take these lot off, send that right down, and yeah. I'm trying to think. No, sorry, I was just thinking in my head about my wife just shouted me. Yeah, I paused the video though. I did. Yeah, well, let's drop these off. I'll send this down to retrieve that fertilizer spreader, which will be very useful. Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm still keeping ours for the liming, but I'll probably do the liming. It doesn't happen very often. We've got the front box as well. But obviously, again, that's something that's, so far, there's only the wall. Wow, that is a bit of a beast. Yeah, there's only the, I don't think there's enough room in that one for us to actually stick any more in there. So it's a shame. Let's stick the row in here. Like that. Yeah, it's got a few little rough edges just yet. I think Giants will probably need to iron the kinks out a little. Not quite as it should be. But it's not terrible either, although the loader is. The loader is really terrible. Yeah, I daren't put that on. It's just almost unusable. But luckily for us, we have got a telehandler. But yeah, if you was relying on this to be like your a one-stop shop, and I've got to be honest, it is quite an impressive bit of kit. And so is the slightly bigger model. If you'd got, I've got to be honest, I would loan it with the bigger one. Yeah, what's it called? I've got to get used to the names of what they're called, because I've got to be honest, I think we'll be seeing quite a lot of this. It really is a beauty. I think they're all small tractors. I think Xylon, that's the one. Yeah, now that's quite a bit, 147 horsepower, nearly 150 horsepower for an extra 20 grand. Is it? I think it's the same. So it's not. It's faster as well. Yeah, it is. I've got to be honest. I think it's well worth that extra kit. Weight-wise, 6.8 tons versus 4.6. It's going to cope with an awful lot more like thing than. Oh, now they've sped that up a little. There's a slight slowdown as you go in, and then I love the shape of it. They've really got the. It's quite a compact. Do you know, it reminds me of the Sintrack. Its shape is almost like the Sintrack without the casing, and that makes it a very formidable shape. Yeah, Fenton nicking it off ITS. They are, yeah, definitely. The ITS group ought to get them for like infringement of copyright, because that is very. It is. There's got to be honest. The Sintrack is one of the most fantastically shaped. Even though if you might think it's odd because it's not like any other tractor, or it isn't, that is true, but it is actually quite an amazing bit of kit. And I don't think, yeah, he's going to go the long way, but there isn't really a lot in it, so we could sort of pop down there. Yeah, I'm hoping to do an edit on this where I stick a back, yeah, because it would make this. There's also the Schnuffle Stuck, which is dropped, which was a real favourite of mine in FS. Let's drop that for a second. In FS22, we really did like that. But I did. The one thing it did nicely shock me was a use that I'd never thought of it, of a harvester actually pulling a baler behind it. And I thought, oh wow, I never thought it could do anything like that. I never thought about it, and that really opened my mind. So like thinking, oh, I think there's a lot more uses for the Schnuffle Stuck than you ever did for it, really. I really think that could come in handy, and I think I'm going to have to try and investigate that a lot more than I have in the past, because I think I've missed out on quite a bit with that. Right, so let's repair you, yes. Now, is there anything we need to do with this? No, it is just. When I say just, it's nearly 4,000 litres. It really is quite a hefty thing. Do we sort of fill this up already? I think that's not a bad idea. Let's be useful. So let's grab. Okay, I need one. 2, 3, 4. No. 4. Fantastic. 3,108. Right, let's grab this and let's fill this up. It looks like the Fen is about ready. Yeah, I mean, when you consider it, it's, as I say, it's low centre of gravity, and also the fact it's form. The Xylon's slightly better, I would say, and obviously it's also a little bit more. 7.8 tons is about what the one of my favourites was the 7250 Pro. Oh my life. Okay, just don't mind us. Yeah, the 7250 Pro was a real favourite of mine. Yeah, they're still a bit prone to doing this roundy trick, aren't they? We will, yeah, we know. Thank you very much. Yeah, again, the fact that that's got that on the front and you could stick a weight or all the front box on, it would really give this stability. I am going to look into to see if I can. I suspect I don't think I'll be able to do it. There's certain things where it's difficult to do, but I'm going to see if I can put narrows on the. Let's just. Is this a lower? Oh, it is. Yeah, some of them you can lower, others don't, and you can only drop them. So let's stick that, send that back up to the top. We're going to go up. We're going to go through to May. I thought for a minute I'd got it wrong. I'm still not completely with it. I'm definitely a little bit. Yeah, let's just have a quick look at these. Yeah, I might do a mod review on this because there's one thing that I haven't seen much about. Again, I don't. But I do see quite a bit. But I couldn't possibly say, oh, like I've seen everything, because I haven't. Because you'd have to like be watching a lot, and I'm more making. But yeah, these by MMS Agriline. Are they the same ones that I had? These are amazing. Yeah, with. Oh no, that's not with what I thought. Yeah, it's. No, I don't know that they're all pass-throughs then. Yeah, because that's got a trailer hitch, and it is a 3. No, I think it's a 3 that away, and it hasn't got a trailer hitch. No, that is its 3-point. No, because that would have to sort of go that way. Ah, so there's its 3. There's got to be more than that, because they had pass-throughs. I'm going to say I saw pass-throughs, definitely. There we go, with a pass-through. Now this is one of the most underestimated, or is it a pass-through? It's just 3 points, isn't it? Oh, I've got really sort of excited about this, because they look like pass-through weights. Yeah, no, it's... Or is it? Is that pass-through weight? Has it got like a double catch-up system? Let's lease it. Yeah, let's lease it and just check if it is. I'm buying one, and I'll be like literally sold, because they are beautiful bits of kit. I have a sneaky feeling it's just a normal 3 points, where that's the 3-point and it just sits. Yeah, it's a pretty well made weight, but I don't think it's what I think it is, which is a bit of a shame. Oh, it is. Wow, now that is a good bit of kit. So not only is it a weight, it also allows you to stick implements on the front. So you could stick it on the front or the back, yeah, depending on what. Now, one bad thing I don't like, in the Mini, you can't do that favourite trick of, but this we're going to buy, definitely. It was well worth investigating. I did think it looked like a pass-through. I think these are one of the most underestimated bits of kit, and again, it's a little bit like me with the Schnuffelstork. I think all of us sometimes lack the vision to see something. So return it, yes, and let's treat ourselves to one properly. I think, yeah, I prefer the one that we just saw, because it looks quite thin. I think that is I don't know that the other one is. It's a 400. Yeah, I think there were 3. That one is... this could be actually the one. Yes, you can stick a pass-through on it and warn it. Now, I think, although I'm a skinflint, I think that would be useful, because you can see which way. So you grab it that way, and you've got to pass through that way. Now that would be for bigger, because that, how heavy is that? 1.1 ton, so it's not that much. But I think actually I really do like this one, the 600. Although it's got about the same. Yeah, the one that I started off with in FS20, you couldn't change. It was a little bit expensive for me. Yeah, definitely. Do we? I think we'll go for that one, because it's like profile is not much different. Now, obviously, I'm willing to pay that extra, and also that as well, because they are fantastic. It will be so useful. I do really wish, the one thing we're really, really short of is telehandler weights. Because although forestry's still not been fixed either, that's still... I tried it yesterday on New Frontier to see if that had been like fixed. Did it now work? And no, it doesn't. It's still not working at all. So... fantastic. Yeah, because I've got to be honest, this is a fairly hefty back for this. So these are really a fan, and you could say back and fronts, they are, you know, really. Yeah, I think, to be honest, I think you can see that actual, if you dropped that weight, I think it would want to go backwards. Although, again, this is another thing where, as I said really, the Fen GT, its weight, the way that it's displaced is very, very good. So that is what I made. So 5,000 litres, I don't think we're going to be running out of that anytime soon. And for that to be able to manage that with its weight is quite phenomenal. I mean, even without that beautiful pass-through weight, it really did manage, and it didn't tip over. So it's a credit. It's really one of those secret... fantastic, a little bit like the Sintrac as well. That was also one of those beautiful tractors. I love to buy that. It's a little bit expensive, but it was worth every penny. And what I mean by that is I couldn't always afford it. Often would get it if I saw it in the sales, because it really is that absolutely amazing. Right, let's go through, remind myself, what did we yeah, we saw everything, didn't we? I've not done any cotton. I didn't do as much cotton in FS22 as I would have liked. Actually, I do love cotton. I'd like to do literally a cotton. I suppose if we're going into specialities all the time, it really wouldn't be a bad idea to actually... Now, are we missing anything selling? I think we've sold everything. It was all March. It was, I remember. So 8 o'clock. So all we've got to do is fertilise those 2 fields. The fence got narrows, so it can manage quite nicely. Yeah, but I would like to put narrows on that front box, and then it really could be a real asset to little... because it could sort of be a pass-through, almost. Ooh, it's a lot of hail in that. Wow. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of spraying to do, I'd imagine. Because it was all... Yeah, now weeds are not working quite as they should either. Let's have a look. Let's put the weeds on. Oh. Just 27 and 32. Oh, I'm not complaining. Oh, we didn't do the fields. Ah. Do you know, Gordon Bennett? That might actually... Yeah. That may do some damage going through with leaving that dry. That's what we're chatting. I can't do 2 things at once. I'm terrible. Even though they're getting plenty of rain now, it's still not the point. Right. It's who'd have way you could do that in Farming Simulator. Not that you could do it in real life. Fantastic. That's the fent back. So we will grab it ready. Speed time up. Yeah, I'm not. It's been a fairly good session. I've got to be honest. I'm not trying to stretch this. I've got to be honest. Of all the Let's Plays, this seems to have the most regimented. Some of the other Let's Plays that I can sort of they stretch quite a lot, whereas this seems to, at present, with the amount of fields we've got, seems to manage sort of quite nicely. So just the Regitrack left, which is a good thing, but it's only 75 horsepower. We need bigger. We don't need like less. Right. So then, let's go grab that. No, I think we'll do that next session. We'll do the spraying and the fertilising on the 2 fields that are both weeded. Yeah, we will weed and I will fertilise the other one. So that is where we're going to leave it. Only, no, we just checked. We have just checked. Right, so let's just see, because obviously these have now come through the next day. Are they shake, rattling and rolling? No, they seem happy. I'm quite happy. I do like that my choice of like concrete with like pebbles in. Yeah, concrete dirt or something like that. I think we've done that all right. That I think will pass. So one thing I've been terrible for all the way through FS22 was not properly levelling when I needed to grab pallets. Now I didn't grab pallets very often, but obviously FS25, we don't need to here either. We can sell direct, but obviously it will fill this lot. Now that's a trick that I was trying to think. You could use that, like, I don't like the fact that obviously this is going to produce about 10 of these. If I stick things in the way, will that stop them coming outside? In other words, so that I can like not have to like load loads and loads up. I could deliberately stick things, and I would have thought the answer to that question was yes, but what I mean is I'd like to do it because I think it's a trick that's quite useful. Yeah, I'm not actually using strap support. These actually fit on here quite nicely. That's just resting in the actual lintel of the... so let's stick these. I think they also have to go from like left to right. So if we stick something here, I'd like to sort of do a bit of testing to see if we stick these here, do they ignore that and then go to the one to the right? Or will that block it completely? Because if it doesn't, then I can put more to the right. But it means we've only got to load 3 up, which we could do, and then stick things down. If you stuck someone in the first position, would that actually... And then the other thing is, we can't set the fence down because it's unrealistic, it's raining. Yeah, I don't want to be doing things like that, even though I do love the feature, and I do want to stick it down. Yeah, so, again, I really am getting around the Let's Plays, and I'm thoroughly enjoying every single one. Sri Lanka's my absolute favourite. Love that, because we've come from absolutely nowhere, and we're absolutely smashing it now, really, but it's also the closest, I would say, to probably being finished. Yeah, I mean, I sort of fell in love with it so much that I did quite a few episodes early on. I literally did like a full weekend where I went Sri Lanka, because I fell in love with how well we were doing, and I wanted to just see what happened next and all the rest of it. So that one's probably the closest to being finished. But yeah, whereas Hutan Pantai and Riverbend Springs, both they're developing a lot better. Now, obviously I've assisted with making factories that are actually a little bit more realistic, and I've also now added the fact that all the wasted things, a little bit like Omatana did and Farmer Jeb, whose name I forgot the other day. How could I do that? Because he was one of my favourite placeable production manufacturers throughout FS22. He was very dependable and fantastic. So yeah, Farmer Jeb started it. I think he was the one who did that first. I can't recall anyone did it before him, where he literally, the waste product was just pig food, and we know it's a sort of a compromise, but it is a waste product, like the leaves off things, and pigs did used to be fed things like that, and we used to call it pig swill. So yeah, I'm going for the same sort of type of thing as well, that all wasted products goes straight into pig food. Only, yeah, the game's deliberately done it so that it's bulk, and these little factories, they don't have a bulk. Yeah, I'll explain this in simple terms. The bottom line is, this has no spout. Like a silo has a spout, and so do the like selling stations or buying stations. I always get mixed up between what you call those ones. And they have to have a spout to tip the bulk out. Now this is a pallet spawner only, but you can put bulk in, but only the exact I'm using the term now. The exact substances that this needs is all it will allow in. Whereas, well, no, I mean, that's true of them all. Whatever, if it's a grain mill, you'd only be putting grains in, whatever, but it will pour out as loose, and this won't do that. So obviously I'm making pig food, which is loose, so I need to, what I'm going to do for realism, I'm actually, because the storage on this is obviously terribly light, it's got an awful lot of storage in it, like I would say hundreds and hundreds of thousands, and even the giant ones have too. Well, you really would say, and we know it's conventions, where are all of these tons going? There's not even a grate. I like it, but what I mean is I'm going to put a few tanks like around it, as small as possible, but I am going to do that. Yeah. Even I was sort of thinking about going high where the storage went above it, just to try to make it look a bit more realistic. And I do know it's conventions. What I mean is, even I'm surprised in a way at Giants, because this to me, they seem to go for realism a lot, and yet this is not real. I mean, this is like totally cheeky, which I'd expect of a modder, but I would know that I'd expect it of Giants to take the lead on this kind of cheekiness. I would have expected tanks of some sort, even like a half-hearted attempt to put tanks on the front or the back or on top or whatever, to make it sort of a little bit more believable than a box which has somehow got hundreds of thousands of tons of storage. And I know you could put some inside, but we can see this is a work area where you really wouldn't stick cases of stuff along the back or all the rest. Maybe a couple, but you wouldn't want to get in the way of the dangerous machinery. So yeah, just a personal opinion. But it is, yeah, again, there are lots of conventions and it's not all bad, but what I'm saying is Giants seems to be going for realism a lot, and that to me was like, huh? Well, it's just not realistic. I do love that. I mean, I suppose I love it as well. I've got to be honest. I'm going to just go the other way now, devil's advocate. I love the fact you can see the equipment in it. That I really do love. But the fact if you couldn't see the equipment in it, now then you'd think, well, the storage is inside, whereas now we can see inside. We know there's no storage in that building at all, and there's definitely no storage at the back or the side. So it's like, well, where does it go? Because I've got to be honest, although we had those mods that are underfloor storage, underfloor in real life is very expensive. To actually dig a cavern out and that strengthen the top so it doesn't fall in, that is expensive kind of storage. You could do it and you could do it yourself, but it still would be mega expensive, which of course most of those kind of sizes were a little bit dearer than like the normal ones, and that realistically so. Anyway, that's enough from me. Yeah, all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey, and I'm going to say goodbye for now.